What is up, guys? Yandere Neko here, and thank you for watching. We got a Death Battle 2025 finally here, starting off with Kratos vs. Asura, which if you really think about it, it's just Greek and Norse mythology versus Buddhist and Hindu mythology. So there's that. I'm rooting for Kratos. Kratos easily takes this. He's gonna cook up that fraud. And it's beginning now, so let's fucking go. I'm excited. New model, by the way. Oh, cook up that fraud. I'm excited for this.
Kratos versus
Let's go!
Asura. The Ghost of Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor. Cause sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to
so
analyze
happy
their weapons,
for
armor,
this.
and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the beginning, the Primordials waged war across existence. A series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe. Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang.
So what I'm hearing
the
is
oceans would flow. From Uranus' strikes, the stars were spawned.
So that's like
and so forth.
basically
Thus,
the planetary, if not universal level right there.
Starting the whole messy
Because you
cycle,
should scare all
Uranus
those
was
gods
overthrown by
and
his Titan
titans.
son Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son Zeus, who battled his own son Kratos. As a classic bastard child of Zeus, Kratos was left among Spartan mortals, far exceeding all among him. He became a fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians. Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours. A deal was made, and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel. But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was,
and so's Michael Jackson,
the Ghost of Sparta. So he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new god of war. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new god
killing
of war
all
took
these
out his
gods
rage
create
on
like
all
natural
of them.
disasters and
Gear out of
stuff
it,
too?
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos
Hold up,
dominated
let's
both
see all these weapons. That's what I'm not reading all of them.
and sky. He also has a tendency to carry powerful severed heads, like Medusa's. And the claws of Hades could steal souls, even the soul of Hades himself.
Fuck out of here, Fungo Pop.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos, nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld. He fought Atlas, the titan of strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead. And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
So that's like what, a universe level feat or some shit?
You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence? Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light.
That's fast.
Frankly incomprehensible feat. Then there's Daddy Zeus, who proved a serious challenge, until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus. It can make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It siphons godly energy and
any
can pull enough to even
stab
kill Zeus. Like father, like son. Even while Kratos ultimately released hope
so
across
now
the Greek
regained
world,
the
he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Wasn't there like original plans of Kratos from like one of the three wise men and like going about becoming a Christ or something?
And daughter were
so that mean God of War is low-key a Christian game? That would be based as hell.
He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy. Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes. There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy. Easily the toughest task he ever undertook. especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again!
Hey, this is no Boomstick Dad jokes.
And Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan Axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's imbued with ice magic and a poison even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance,
and it can strike on a spiritual level. That's
he
nice.
stood as a shield against the godly Asir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Man too angry to die.
And Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Draupnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all types of energy and blast it back. He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time all on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
The Yggdrasil feat. That's how Kratos wins. Quite fucking
the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
Kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest to free the Norse world, Kratos reclaimed old weapons by reckoning with his past sins, even taking up the Blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Kratos made a lifetime
of mistakes. Why did they even put the Shovel Knight feat there?
More than he was in the past. Not just a
That's just an anti-feat, not gonna lie.
And a defender, a god.
At least based on how they scaled him in Season 4.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
Do not even
With Robin Hood Gold, you can now enjoy the very 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any network.
The new gold standard is here with Robin Hood Gold.
I'm liking the new model.
3% boost on annual
Got a bunch
IRA
of commands and stuff
Sign up at robinhood.com/gold.
Investing involves
not going to use any of them because I
3% match requires Robin Hood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year for first match and must keep funds in IRA for 5 years.
Yeah, I got a new model.
Boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18, 2024.
Model, but
Robinhood Financial LLC
models is much cheaper than commissioning them. Like we're talking a tenth the price easily. So
long ago, a demigod fell from the heavens, only to rise from the depths of Naraka after 12,000 years.
Okay, if resurrection only happens after 12,000 years, does it really count as a win con?
He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Alongside 7 other demigod generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma, dark spirit monsters infesting the world.
Put him in Marvel v Capcom. Oh shit, if it's a Capcom game, now I actually want to pick it up.
By advancing technology with Mantra, the Guardian generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness Mantra through a different emotional
basically, my understanding is Asura's wrath is if Hindu myth, Buddhist myth, and sci-fi all been fused today. Very cool, but
Vajra, a state powerful enough to subdue the embodiment of the planet's and the source of the Goma.
Excuse me,
but he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right?
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 Funny you should say that.
God damn it.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil.
Yeah,
Just
they're all
like Asura
pagan
himself,
demons
he's
to
a
me.
warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra.
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge mantra energy.
Which gave Asura's prideful commander
But does that
Deus
scale the
an
Yigg
idea.
yourself?
If he could
That's the
weaponize
question.
Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor.
Wouldn't
murdered his
be
wife,
me.
Kidnapped Mithra, and then just straight up
I
killed
beat
him.
the allegations every
What
time.
a dick.
But true to his nature, Asura was literally too angry to die. So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of
Okay, now that's the one win con I'm concerned about, just sort of pseudo-immortality. Because I don't think Kratos can destroy things on a conceptual level, so
Aka, a sort of limbo
I
underworld
can
between
see
life
Death
and
Battle
Thanks
getting
to some
crafty
coaxing from
with
a
that,
strange
but,
golden spider, he
Kratos
did
should
just
clear
that
this
with an
easily.
all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah.
Loving the OST here. Is this
Turns out they're all assholes
from
who
the
started
game or
sacrificing
just
thousands
like
of innocent
some
people to try and
stock
power up.
OST?
So
Either
Asura
way,
got
it's
really,
fine.
really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power
Dun,
exploded,
dun.
rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons,
Ah.
and destroy a fellow deity,
New
Wyzen.
level.
Who could dwarf the planet and wreck it
But
with
does that
just a
scale to
finger?
Yggdrasil?
Look at
That's
this.
Asura is so powerful, his soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his fists to break steel, fire explosive
But
energy
steel
blasts.
level
Headbutt you so hard you
Asura.
wish you could die even faster.
I'm just
The
looking
dude
forward to
literally
the
stockpiles
fight, seeing
anger
how
into
a
burst
double
of
load
energy
this
that
does.
can one-shot even the toughest of foes.
Because
And
one
when he goes
double load in
unlimited
this is
mode,
bad
he
with
can
like
rapid-fire those
pure
super
hand to
attacks
hand.
without overheating.
More
Asura's
ability
vengeance
heavy
quest wasn't all
characters
shouting
use
and
better
explosions,
with,
though.
so.
I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's
Face.
the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid. Like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then the gods
that's who the
killed that
preview-
girl too, along
Well.
with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura
Naturally.
got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're
Well.
pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yet even in berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's
does that
anger
scale to
raised to levels
Yggdrasil?
so high even he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with
This is
Asura for
fire.
a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again! Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst, then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms! His mantra form, finally, a power capable of killing Vlitra in a big planet-busting blast!
Deus was
Well-
defeated and Gaia was saved. Yet,
If-
Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop!
It turns out that spider
Yeah.
that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra and the entire universe.
Okay,
And everyone's
so
suffering
we're
was part of
actually
his
getting
plan to
near
make
some
Asura his heir. Chakra
something that can
kidnapped
push
Mithra because of
Kratos.
course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it. That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter the mantra reactor. Capable of holding 7 trillion
Okay,
souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny. when that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all,
how
his
poetic.
A shield larger than a planet, unbound by his past limits. Asura's ultimate destructor form.
Yo, I'm just looking
effortlessly
forward
punched
to the
through
fight.
asteroids
This is
larger
so
than nebulas,
fucking...
dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and
Oh, so
obliterated whole
they're actually
stars.
similar in
Chakravartin
speed.
was
That's good to know.
impressed and offered Asura a chance to take his place.
And also, scaling him to
smiled at the
Oni
offer
is
and
another
extended his arm
frankly
Right
down
into Chakra's
play.
face, as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin
Well.
dead, so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu, right in the balls.
It's interesting. Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything. All because
That's
of just one thing.
how
Some
poetic.
bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay. Now that's a god I can get behind.
Okay, on to the fight, because
This
that
battle is
was
sponsored by
a
Prize
just
Billions,
up to 1,000
massive
times your
info
cash.
dump.
And when you want to find non-standard options that are harder
Sure,
or easier
now I
to
actually
win,
want to
just
play
look for the
Asura's
little
Wrath.
goblins. Love those little guys.
The big game is almost here, so don't miss out on the last football game of the season with Prize Picks.
Boo,
Prize Picks is even
sports
giving away a
betting
free
bad.
pick for the game.
Don't
To win, one of the
gamble.
starting quarterbacks only needs to throw 1 yard.
But what if they don't?
Sorry?
What if they only threw it half a yard?
Then they wouldn't be in the big game.
Oh yeah, good point. I'm in.
Download the app today and use code DEATH to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.
Yep, if you download the app and use code DEATH, you'll get $50 after your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks, run your game. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a dead battle!
I'm excited for the fight. See, Kratos is just sitting in his home chilling, just like me for real. Ooh, title drop, let's fucking go. What a fraud. Try pulling up to my house. What is... Brother. What even is this start?
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But not for long.
See, what the
God
fuck
won
is
this fight.
this? Like, awesome. Like, no, Kratos is just chilling at his house. Now, Asura wants to pull up. Like, no, I hope Asura loses just for that. Okay, he's boxing my goat. Oh, what is this? Oh, now the temple's destroyed. Oh, like, what is this DBZ shit? Okay. Who hated Kratos this much? Why is...
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before. Shut up!
I'm getting a
Very
feeling we're
well.
gonna go for more of a character heavy than an action heavy fight, which is gonna disappoint me. Hook that girl. You know, you can spawn as many herbs as you want. It's not gonna help you. So this is all. This feels weirdly slow paced. Like I'm just. This fight just. Huh. Yeah, this is. Pacing on this action is. Like, nice visual spectacle, but.
This is not my end!
Also, I feel like Kratos is only using the same 3 attacks. Yeah, Kratos is far bigger than this. It's gonna be an Asura's Wrath reference. Should scale to Atlas, so lifting this should be nothing.
Death has not earned me yet, Titan!
Oh, that's a badass shot. That's pretty go. Okay, now this is actually getting kinda hype. And one nice light show. Let's see who wins. And as I predicted, the winner is Kratos.
You are a monster no longer. I never was.
Now, kind of going for a sad ending there, but fuck it. What do you mean you're never a monster? You pulled this man away from his home and tried to fight him. Dick. Honestly, I was hoping for a more high-intensity fight. That felt slow, you know, just it's not what I envisioned in my head it would
Asura's
be.
wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance, speed seems like a shoo-in for Asura. Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
So,
arguments can be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed matter if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived across centuries, obviously a lot longer than Kratos.
And while Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura easily takes experience, but when it comes to versatility, he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Which is low-key
quite skilled and a monster.
Yeah, it would have been nice if you actually fucking showed more than 3 of them.
At martial arts, but his
I
fighting style mostly
actually
relies on one thing.
Kinda pissed.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage gave him far more options in combat, slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly,
they mentioned
multiple weapons that
all
could
this
drain
shit,
a variety of energy.
and then they don't
like mantra.
show
when
it.
Asura loses all his mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could, Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries. Days
Exactly. The pseudo-resurrection shouldn't count if it's
at best.
But all this assumes Kratos
Takes
could match
too long.
Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do! If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring
But
the
the
dimensions of
Yig just so
Chakravartin's
big.
body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden
Nice.
god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Holy shit, that is a lot bigger than I thought.
Extremely impressive and
So, but can he beat Goku? Actual fat scaling, yes.
unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power,
Yep,
or even
Yggdrasil.
more.
So
Using an
big.
official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these 2 realms conjoined, which we see in game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
Woo! So, and that is why Kratos
It's almost
beats
100
Goku.
times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Like,
It's easy to
the
think that we
ep-
never
the
see Kratos
analysis
do
was
anything
fun.
that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed
Not a
matches
fan of the
Chakravartin,
fight,
and
though.
Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's Wrath too, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Asura's the sun rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
Well,
But what if?
so they are keeping the alternate endings from Eggman versus what's it called? Eggman versus Bowser. You know what? I'll take the alternate endings. How the fuck is this more hype than anything that actually happened in the episode? I mean, kinda loses that being alternate ending and all, but well, at least that's also nice. Ugh, that kind of looks like a child, not gonna lie. weirdly small. Wait, was that?
And that concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time on Death Battle.
Ghost Rider vs. Spawn. Well, rooting for Ghost Rider
Subscribe
again.
and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks.
Please like, share, and subscribe. That fight was fucking ass, low-key, or just too slow for what I imagined it to be, and I'll see y'all next time.